Is it working? Oh my god, is it just working? You're fucking joking. This is just connected now. Okay. Okay. So this is just fine now. This is a joke. What's going on? John Wilkes Booth ring a bell? John Wilkes Booth ring a bell? John Wilkes Booth ring a bell. John Wilkes Booth ring a bell. I think that's the dude who shot Abraham Lincoln, if I'm not mistaken. Bro, don't let history repeat itself, okay? Dom, I don't want to Google a speed test. The connection's fine. The connection's fine. It's fucking bizarre, right? I mean, we can all just like witness that we just for the past like 20 minutes, and I was like, as soon as I threatened to channel messages, it just, boop. Don't worry. We'll stop acting a fool. May I talk about the day now? So most people, after getting about 10 hours of sleep for like the last 3 days, because I literally, you all see me up. It'll be 4, 5, 6 a.m. I'll be up by 8:30, 9, 10. It's the craziest thing. It's summertime, dude. It's nice out. I ain't trying to miss the day. I have to be up at night for my own sanity because Sookie Stackhouse, man. All fucking morning, all fucking. Not so much the afternoon is usually a chill, quiet time for everybody in a way. But then evening times is a bit Vorus. Nighttime is kind of whatever, but the midnight hour, midnight morning time, most people are sleeping, right, in my time zone. So it's like great. It's a great time for this, where there's like not as much interference with people, with other people. During the day, there's too much interference, too much activity around me. You know what I mean? Um, but it's kind of nice. It's kind of cool to have that time. But it's hard in the winter time. I don't care as much because I don't go outside. But if it's a little later in the day that I've slept, it doesn't make a difference because I'm not gonna spend more than like 2 or 3 hours outside or with the windows open or under the sun shine. And it's kind of like now it's like, oh no, yeah, that's what I'm doing. Okay, cool. So fuck it. I'll get my period eventually in a couple weeks, and I'll be out for 14 hours a day. And I'll make up for it. And the thing is, I won't be able to do anything, and that's why I'll be sleeping, because, like, I have no energy. I'm bleeding out. I got, whatever. Um, but right now, oh, I can do everything, so I have to. So I fucking have to. I have to just get it all out of me, all the chattiness, because then I go days without talking or start to get too in my head or this and that. And if I'm not completely exhausted by the end of the day, then bet I'm not sleeping. Not sleeping. I have to really exhaust myself. How am I not exhausted? I don't know. It's not about not stopping. I've had plenty of time to stop and sleep and do all these things, but it's, the creativity is not always on in me. I have to take at least 3 days off minimum every month, if not like a week, if not here and there, where my brain stops working and I'm low functioning and I can't even figure out what the fuck I'm doing or what's in front of me. And then, times like this where it's like, I don't even need to sleep. I don't even need to sleep. Let's go. Fuck it. Let's go. The only drug I'm on is caffeine and weed, but that's my medicine. Okay, they both are. Something about the coffee really hurts and helps, ironically, because the tannins in coffee, the tannics, and tannins in anything, right? They bond to iron and just carry it right out of your body because they're both metal and they're like almost magnetic in a way. Well, they bond. They're not magnetic, but they bond together because they're both metallic in nature. Really? I think it's just because I've been drinking it for so long. I've drank too much and twitched. when I used to drive home from the coffee shop when I was working there and drinking like 9 espresso shots a day or maybe 12, I would just cry the whole way home. No emotions. And I have a ton of emotions. I'd put some music on, I'd be singing, and I'd be sobbing my eyes out, driving a car, being like, damn, that was the fastest drive ever. Wish I could go faster. I'm going 40 miles an hour. Why does it feel like I'm going so goddamn fast? Sobbing, singing, kind of just being like, wow. But it was just like caffeine being released from my body. It's rare for me to get like an eye twitch, is the most that I'll twitch. But I've been drinking that shit since I was like 3. It's crazy. It's like my brain literally developed on caffeine, I guess. That's probably why it goes so fast and I think so much. I don't need coffee, really. Some days I drink it, some days I don't. More recently, I've been drinking it all the time lately because I like it so much. It's really comforting, you know? It's like my go to beverage in life, I think, right? But any kind of coffee. And it's like coffee drip is fine, but I think like top tier coffees, French press, not in this order either. French press, straight espresso. I almost want to just give it to Arabic coffee if I was making a top 3. And then like iced coffee, if we're going to keep going. This is a very strange genre of coffee list. But like if I have drip, I have a constant drip of it, you know? I love it. Pour overs are cool too, but French press all day is so good. And just like straight espresso, yum. And Arabic coffee because cardamom, and then just eating all the grounds at the end. So what? I know. So good though. At least they have flavor. Unlike the other coffee grounds I eat, it's just coffee. That's cute to me. Um, tastes so good. Someone's like, seriously? Yes, I love texture. I love to eat textures. I'm kidding. Who's kidding? Okay. Isn't that funny how immediately once the connection repaired, and then my ear now is going off and people are thinking stuff because they were like, damn, see, this is what I was avoiding, but then you just cancel the whole stream. By watching and being on here, you're consenting to me doing it. Okay? So if you're really curious, you have to watch the replay. You have to watch the replay. You have to watch the replay. You can't be on here. I'm going to know about it. And if you try to hide it, like somebody just did, you make the whole connection fucked up. You get the whole connection fucked up and it ruins it for everybody. And this ain't about you, bitch. You can watch the replay. Kind of like, period. There's straight up, there's no room for that. Okay? Okay, yeah. Story of my life. You know what? Let's get into it. I get, okay, my Mars is in Pisces, so I get more upset about things and like angry. But today was amazing. I'm a clown by day, and a psychic by night, and Sookie Stackhouse all the time. Whether it's Sookie or Jason Stackhouse, right? Um, so I loved it. I posted it. I'm pretty private, open book, literally, like basically on here. There's a lot of mysteries around about. Why? Are you serious? Yeah. Moment of truth. It's so messed up. It's staying on the BRB screen. Can y'all see and hear me yet? Or is there just like a huge delay now? Or is it just frozen on a different screen? So we got everyone here tonight. Okay, so error. Unit 3000 looks like just says error number 3000. I don't know. The browser crashed. It says it every time that happens. But we're back. And we back. And we back. That's the intro. That's the outtake. That's the info. That's that Lalance. Okay. I get it. It's a lonely fucking existence that I live. That I'm so fucking weird that anybody who's attracted to me by looks is completely put off by my personality, but anybody who enjoys my personality is completely intimidated by my looks. And it's just very rare to meet someone who is both equally looking and weird. And that also just is like here for all the weirdness and can like get down on the creativity and whatnot. And that's like kind of funny. Because then I end up being very fun and funny and kind of entertaining and even, enamoring. It happens all day long. And then no one really ever wants to talk to me very much. And maybe I don't want to talk to people very long. Or the people who talk to me just feel all wrong. Because as a healer, I think it's just like the sickest people come to me in a way. Or people who want healing, right? So you attract like sick people and people who seek healing or guidance, who find you and don't know that you're going to give them. But usually this is how it works, is people don't know I'm going to give them guidance and don't realize who I am. And then they're going to connect with me in that way, especially with face paint. I almost it was freaking me out. But again, like you are in front of me and here you are, consenting to my madness. You're watching it on screen. But then if I'm like with someone and I'm painting their face, it's like, oh shit, I'm not even trying to be invasive. I'm not even trying to think, But then you're like, all right, why don't I just bless this person? Why don't I just remind them of whatever they chose for their art and what that represents? Like, hey, next time you speak, I'm gonna put a spider in your face. Next time you see a spider, don't kill it. Spiders protect you from other bugs. So, and like, go on, right? And so you never kill a spider again. Think like that because I don't want to do that. It's hard to explain. Yeah, it's such a different lane. It's like Sookie Stackhouse in True Blood. It's a silly reference, but it's honestly so accurate. It's like hard for me to watch, but it's so good. I couldn't stop. She kind of like keeps it turned off to an extent, but there are kind of like scenes and moments throughout the show where everyone in the room is thinking about her, looking at her, talking about her. Well, not talking about her, but thinking about her mostly. And so she inevitably can't unhear it when all eyes on her and she can, and it's like, this is uncomfortable. What the fuck's going on? So you can imagine me. Okay. just walking ridiculous. I got that energy. I got that healer vibe. People are attracted to me. They don't know why. Because, oh, you need healing or you're sick as fuck, right? Whichever it is. You needed guidance or you needed a kick in the ass, and I'm going to give it to you either way. Yeah. But they don't always know that. So it's like, okay, before I understood what I was doing in these gifts, again, always shrouded in mystery because I had no idea what the fuck was going on in me, around me, with me. Like, I didn't know. Like, I know now. And it took me almost dying to be like, you're fucking shitting me. I can talk to dead people. You're shitting me right now. I can talk to dead people. And they're like, yeah, you kind of always could. I'd almost die, to be like, all right, I'm convinced now, right? Okay. So for other people just blatantly living their life and like not being into this stuff to be like, no way, it's not real. I get it. I was doing it and I still didn't think it was real. I was freaking people out without even trying with stuff that I didn't know their dead loved ones were saying to me, but then I would say and they'd be like, are you fucking joking me? That's my such and such, this and that. I'm like, intuitive, I guess. And that still happens. That still happens. But now I'll make a joke about it and say the right thing to the right person. Just making something up in the moment. I'm like, so it wasn't made up and it's definitely accurate. Good icebreaker. Stream is better now, yeah. So it's very hard. You have these Sookie Stackhouse moments where it's like, okay, I dressed up like a clown, a fucking 6'5" clown, right? I added, 5 inches on the bottom, 5 inches on top. So all of a sudden I'm 6 feet walking around with a painted face and some cool clothes on. Of course, people are going to look at me. And if you're looking at me, you might be thinking about me. So those moments get overwhelming. But then they also get incredibly lonely because it's like, because like none of you actually want to talk to me. Or I don't want to talk to you. Or I'm too tired and you don't know how to ask me for help or pay me to talk to you because it feels awkward. But also I'm a healer and you know that my time is worth it. Okay, crazy. That's why I have subs on here. That's why people pay me for readings. And now my readings, I barely use tarot cards, and people are more amazed than ever. Because I can just give you advice based on what's going on in your life without you telling me what's going on in your life. It's literally bizarre. People don't get it, though, because if you haven't experienced it, you haven't had it personally done, which, again, highly recommend the readings. And if you need something more intensive, I have, like, plan options and subscriptions and stuff that you can find on my website. It's not just the tarot menu. Because I am worth it because it's amazing what I can do, and it's not just because I'm resourceful and good with business and have a mindset for it and I've always been a problem solver, even though those things are true. It's also because I can talk to the people who know you, who watch over you. I can tell you about the things going on with you and how you should be perceiving them in a way that brings you closer to the lesson you need from them, right? I can help you break your karmic cycles, addictions, whatever. But it's hard for people because they're like, well, how do you do it? It's like, I don't know. 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 And people think it's so malicious of me. And it's like, it's at the expense of comfort and everything for me. Because I can't stay anywhere that long. Because people, after a while, are like, all right, shut up. Stop it. Turn it off. I don't want to hear you. I don't want you hearing me. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know how, actually. I can tell you to stay away from me, right? And then, like, turn this off. And at night, just kind of checking the messages and trying to just not say anything to anyone, no matter what I hear or think or feel, So, yeah, I mean, it's at the expense of my life. People are like, oh, that's weird. I don't like it. It's uncomfortable. It's invasive. I don't believe in it. It's creepy. Right. That's why witches usually live in cabins in the woods alone and are ostracized from the towns they come from. But y'all thought witch aesthetic was so cool that you're like, oh, well, it's fine. You can be a witch, right? And then you see it in real life, in real time, and you're like, oh, no, it's not like those other ones. No, 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 no. This is the fucking hands of God coming down and delivering me to you. Right? Um, because why, how, divine intervention, if nothing else. So, trying to embrace that as a person that you're interacting with, as a person you're looking at, a person you're seeing, talking to, and experiencing in front of you is, I can't imagine, because to me, I'm kind of so used to it. And I'm so kind, humble, and friendly that I have a hard time imagining what makes people so afraid of me. But then I also remember intimidating, good looking, kind of snarky and mean sometimes, a lot of the time, and got them crazy alien pheromones, right? So it's like I have to. Um, and knows everything about you before you don't even have to say anything, right? That's so creepy. So I live a lonely life. I don't think people realize. Sookie Stackhouse doesn't date anybody for a reason, right? Because it's like it sucks. She's like, I don't want to know the thoughts of so many men. And for a long time, I didn't know that that's what was going on. I thought I was being paranoid. And it's like, oh, probably was right. And people were just lying through their teeth. And I just assumed people would be honest with me because I'm honest. But I needed to learn to trust my intuition and realize I had powers within and that my powers were pretty fucking serious. And I see it now. There's a lot of things in retrospect where I'd have thoughts in my head, on my mind, being with people where I'm like, I'm kind of uncomfortable. Why am I thinking this? That's not really how I feel, is it? To analyze this. But I didn't know to analyze it in a way that was like, okay, this is true, or this is their thought, or this is paranoia, or this is what I want. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. Oh my God. Like, I don't always want to be in people's heads, and I didn't always know I was. Fucking A, man. It's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. Uh huh. Because then people are like, well, you can never get away with anything. You can't lie. Why do you want to, right? But it's also forced me to be very open minded because it's like, yeah, I get it. Okay. You have to be able to communicate and just be like, oh, I was thinking this and that. And then, I don't know how I feel about this right now. Or I do feel some type of way about this now. Or I want to be able to do this and that. It's like, yeah, okay. You have to. I'm going to know about it. Even if it's like sex, drugs, rock and roll, alcohol, it don't matter. You can't hide it from me. Because if I know and you keep lying, then all you're doing is lying to me. I'm not investigating. I'm not finding out for myself. I'm not looking into it, let me tell you. Because I could care less. Once again, if me sending 40 text messages in a row 12 years ago has delivered karma of 40 trolls a month, then guess what, bro? There ain't no way I'm touching any of that stuff. I'm not investigating any lies. I'm not looking through any phones. I'm not going through pockets of anyone. I'm not going to look up and down. Don't get too accusatory unless it's on the behalf of other people who need to know answers. But girl, me? No way. Okay, you can lie through your fucking teeth right to me, and I will believe you more than I'll believe my intuition. Because that's how it comes back to you so hard and so quickly when you do those things to me. Because I do nothing. Because I know the truth and I know better, but I will still believe you. And that's how it's a lie to you, right? Yeah. Wow. Pretty crazy. Pretty cool. Pretty impressive. But also, what does it mean for you? Who knows? A long, hard, honest life of really good, thorough communication with me, right? Difficulty level 5,000 because I also speak in riddles and no one can ever understand what I'm saying, but no one ever has the nerve, audacity, or curiosity to ask me what I meant. It's just the fucking alright. So today, hundreds of people staring at me, looking at me in real life and on the internet, but I met maybe 3 people, talked to a whole bunch more. Some people said, oh, I like your outfit. Like online and stuff. No one showed up. Nobody asked what I was doing. Nobody asked where I was. All right. That's cool though. And it's a big deal to me because I don't usually just say where I'm at. And I fucking was like, I'm here and now. And it's like, all right, I guess I'll never do that again. Just kidding. I have to promote my own events, but who am I promoting to? The people who show up like me. The people who are already there like me. The people who know me don't. Why is that? I don't know. I don't know. People have been. I think I just didn't even realize how many people were like making fun of me, being assholes right to my face, and I was like thinking these people are like cool and my friends, and they want to like not respect what I do, make fun of everything I am, tease me all the time, and be like, no, I'm just joking. But then if I turn around and do it, it's like, oh well, you're just a bitch. Why? Because I'm pretty? Fuck you, man. You don't get to talk to me any single type of way you want to. And then I don't get to, well, because you think my life's fucking fun because it's the circus, bro. I'm the ringleader, the elephant, and the picture show. What the fuck fun does that sound like? Of course I love my job. But what the fuck? I'm just not allowed to say anything to anyone, huh? Well, God said the same thing. That's why I usually don't. And I hold my tongue quite greatly, especially lately. So if I say a lot, oh my God, did you have some stuff coming? And probably way more than that. Oh, yeah. It's just an interesting phenomenon. I get it. I don't always put things across the right way, but nobody ever asks because y'all don't really care what I say, do you? You just want to see a pretty face or you want to see me fail. And it's odd to me, dude. It's odd to me. That's why I was posting these things like on my Facebook story, my Instagram story about this cinema bullshit, this song. It's a great song. And it's a funny joke because it's true. A lot of people on here lurking. A lot of people, it's like I have familiar energies. A lot of people, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And you're going to pretend like I'm the fucking problem? Why? Because I never asked you specifically to do anything, did I? No. I made myself available in any way that I enjoy and make money for. And then people come at me and act like I did something wrong or I'm somebody this and that. Because what? The fuck? Kind of like, the fuck did I do? Ain't nobody talk to me anyway, dude. The fuck difference does it make? Nobody even wants to talk to me, bro. Because they'd rather gawk and look and make up their own stories about what I'd be like. Or not have to deal with me rejecting them, or not wanting to deal with the sass, or not wanting to deal with knowing like how truly fucking weird I am. Probably see it mostly as ass, hot piece of ass. I get that. Or some people are like, man, she's so weird, she's not even hot to me. Get that a lot too. Some people are like, I don't care who she is to me, I just want to know her. And that's cool. That's the kind of the shit that I like. Like, you just like vibe, we vibe. Great. A lot of people who were at that event today were that way and liked me for me and who I was and how I showed up and what I did. Okay? But the people who have been in my life, hundreds of people, been in my life, been following me, been watching my every move, been asking how I am, been telling me how I like you, this and that. Not one of them, two of them, nobody wants to say, what is this about? Where is that? What are you doing? Oh, cool. Show up to this. What the fuck are y'all watching for? People do like me out here in reality. What are you holding on to or waiting for me to do? Okay? That's crazy. So many people skip right by me. I have a lot of friends who don't live in the same state or country. So I'm obviously not talking about them or including them in my, you know. But there's a lot of people who stay connected for a long time who just want to know, right? And it's kind of weird to me. It's like, what do you want to know? I'm up in the same way, and you can learn it all on stream. I mean, what is there to say, really? Okay. But you don't. Okay. It's a weird energy. And I'm kind of sick of pretending like it don't happen to me. Because I had to just tell myself it wasn't real. I had to tell myself I'm making it up. I had to let myself be gaslit to really show how strong my intuition was. And it took a near-death experience to finally let it sink in. And so when I look back and see how people are now, I'm like, oh, okay, wow. Well, that doesn't seem like my best interest that they had in mind. Well, that doesn't seem like real deep friendship. Well, that doesn't seem like a genuine connection. Well, that don't seem like, I should probably stop acquainting with them. I should probably stop telling them things. I should probably stop calling them back. But of course, that means connections that do mean something to me are much more meaningful because I don't get many of them. Because people always have their secret so and so. Well, I'm not allowed to have secrets, or I wouldn't be the keeper of secrets. You know, people need something in the moment. A lot of times I'm anecdotal. I have to share with them. Yeah, okay, I've been there. One time I did this and that. Huh. A lot of things I have never told anyone. A lot of things today actually, was home from the event, long day. Nothing really triggered me, I don't think. Started thinking about something that happened to me that I had done EMDR trauma therapy with. And it got to me today. I was thinking about it and I was like, oh, god damn it. Wow. Heart, race, and panic. Shut it down. Can't think about this right now or ever. Oh my gosh. Paranoia, but also intuition uncovered. And yeah, the little flashback mode. I had to just talk myself out of it, because some of the things that you have to endure, experience, as a healer, to be a healer, to become healed yourself, or to be at least on healing or know how to heal when you are injured, right? Hell, 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 hell. They'll take you to hell. Hell. It's very much like the Seven Wonders. And I guess, in a sense, I performed them, but dissension, did I ever come back from it? Apparently, because I lived. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty crazy. Um, but yeah, it's probably late already because all the glitching and everything. But somebody's just coming on in or coming back to it, so they don't want me to go just yet. Just got here, just getting here. View ship hasn't changed. Click the video so that it actually counts. God damn it! Why you gotta do that to me? Never know what movie you're playing. Never know what movie you're playing. Never know. So I wanted to tell a story. None of that was the story I wanted to tell. I have my rosemary lavender incense burning. And part of the story involves me pulling something out of a bag with tarot cards in it. But it's the same tarot deck that I've been using. And so I don't know if anybody's interested in me actually pulling. I don't think I have any. I just want to read something to y'all. We have 35 minutes for the pre-rolls. So, anyway, I don't want to bitch too much, but I just wanted to explain why I was saying the stuff that I was saying and whatnot. Addressing these things that I post maybe a little. There's many things, it's very easy for me to just find joy in things and make my day and regulate myself and calm down. Even though I'm still up, still talking, still socializing, still working, even after a 10-hour day on site. We also need breaks, right? I had to eat, I had to sit, I had to think, I had to be quiet, I had to get up, I had to go do other things. And at one point, I did have to go walk away and And I cried a little bit. I was just like overwhelmed, midday, halfway through it. Little more than halfway, needed a push. But then I felt okay. I came back and, had some downtime before a crowd of kids showed up. And it was cool. It was a good flow. And that was nice. And these kids, man, they were very delighted to see I was dressed as my own little Yoshimi character. I would show y'all the shoes, but I don't know who's watching, and I don't think y'all really. I mean, I guess I could. They're not completely done yet. I got the crown right here. I made this for Halloween, but I just added some gold to it. Clipped it to my head better so that it actually stayed all day. That gold is stellar. It looks like shit up close. I keep saying shit tonight. I'm trying not to use words like shit because it's just gross. But like it looks so funky. It's a lot of glue. It's hilarious. It's so messy. People my favorite. Then I want to do it on there. I was like, looks do something. Almost now we words. Like yo, why? So this is like so and why wings? That's cute. Something. Oh God, hit today. The toes because never done right. Never. I love it. No, this one's hot. It's okay. We good though? I guess it's staying connected, but we lost everybody. So I gotta go anyway, because I need to go to well, I need a shower. Fuck. And then need to sleep. But maybe gonna have to wait till tomorrow. We wasted so much time trying to get the stream to be right. So the kids were having a great time painting faces all day. They loved the costume. They loved my vibe. It was a lot of fun, right? To be appreciated by people who actually appreciate my energy and want to compensate me and actually care about me in exchange for caring about them. I love that. Okay. So I painted this girl's face and, asked her about her birthday and we had a great time. It seemed. Let me pull this out. Trinity, tenfold. tenfold. Manifesting tenfold. Okay. Where is it? Oh. I swear I put it in here. Did it even happen at all? Law of karma. So I was gonna read this sticker I got. It's not in here, so pulled out a few tarot cards. So what I'm gonna do is check if I put it in a different pouch because I had 2 sacks today, 2 Crown Royal bags. Certified gangsta babe. I'm gonna check the other sack and then come back and do like this 3-card draw. It's technically 4, but if you're an Aries or have a major Aries placement, stay. Okay. Because the Aries card fell on the floor. Future thing, maybe. But okay. Be back in a second. Well, 3 minutes. Got it. Okay. Took a moment. I have a lot of sacks. I have just like sacks of sacks. I just saw it. Somebody eating candy, some kind of chocolate candy. Like a very cliche American candy bar kind of candy chocolate. Not good chocolate. I like 70%, 90%. Like, give me 95% cocoa. I don't care. Dark chocolate, the darker the better. Let me get that bitter. Yeah. Like, yeah. Okay. Somebody else's ankle itching too, or no? Oh, somebody on house arrest? Just kidding. What the fuck? Yeah. What? Okay. Listen. What? I don't know. So jealous I can smoke weed. Kidding, that's cruel. I'm sorry if you can't. Alright. So I was painting faces. These kids were really adoring the whole vibe. Loved everything. Like, handing them a mirror at the end of their time sitting in the chair. My God. The joy in their faces is like amazing. Like, they love looking at themselves. So I try to always remind them, like, hey, you know that this face paint is so beautiful, but even without the face paint, like, you are beautiful, you know? And they're like, okay. So then they see it and they're like, yeah, but this. And I'm like, yeah, but you gotta still, you know, be cool underneath it all. So this one girl, I talked to her for a while and I asked her birthday. She goes, well, it's, you know, next month or whatever. Um, so fucking cute. She's like, oh yeah, it's August 1st. I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool. What are you doing for your birthday? She goes, oh, well, we're celebrating on August 5th. I'm like, okay. And her dad chimes in, is like, yeah, we're doing like bounce house, cotton candy. She's like really underselling this right now. I was making jokes like, you really undersold that. You're just like concerned it's not on your actual birthday. Whatever. So we had a great time. And she loved her face paint. Okay. And she came back and I don't know where she got it from. I don't know if she I could cry right now. So I can barely read what it says in a way. But she came back before she left at the end of the day, and I'm having a hard time with like everything. Because like I said, it's like all these people who always, oh, how are you? How are you? Here I am. That's how I am. And none of you give a shit. That's so interesting. How many of y'all just wanted to hear me say, not doing great, not doing so hot, blah, 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 da, 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 da. And now I'm like, well, I'm fine. I didn't like that stuff, so I changed it, right? What, did you think I was going to keep complaining? What the fuck? Like, come on, man. You know better than that. What the fuck? People don't really be about their shit. And I am a Taurus. So if I'm like, that's bullshit, I'm going to stay away from it. Okay. So she came back to give me this, what I think is a sticker. And sweetest thing in the world for her to think of it. And it says, for I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give your hope and a jubilee. Plans to give you hope and jubilance? future and a future. Sorry, it's like this weird cursive. Give you hope and a future. I have hope. Now future. But you know, it's funny when you read it out loud. It's like, well, hope is kind of a never-ending rope that keeps you going. And the future never really is the present, is it? What promises of God to say, I'll give you something never-ending that you'll never obtain? If all we have is tomorrow, why, God, can't I have today? Okay, I should write that down. That's a beautiful line. That's a beautiful line. I should. Shut the fuck up. You can't take that from me. What did I just say? We'll watch the replay. If you can't promise me tomorrow, why God not give me today? Beautiful. I have a random page here of catch poetry. Okay, so yeah, but it was sweet because it's very on brand for me, and you know, the Lord and everything. It was just like the cutest thing that she came back to give this to me. It really meant a lot in the moment. I needed this. I needed to get through it, and it matched kind of the design I painted on her face and everything. It was the sweetest moment. So in it goes. Blessings to us, to her, to everyone who has hope in the future. May they have peace and present as well. Ring my bell, my bell. Yeah, okay. We've got commitment, law of karma, and Trinity. Bottom of the deck, law of free will. So everyone has the right to choose the life they want or whatever they want to do. And part of the law of free will is that you have free will, and therefore everyone has free will. The law of free will applies to everyone. Okay, yeah, we get it. We get it. It's just us. We get it. We get it. The law of free will applies to everyone. Underneath it, universal freedom, same thing. Universal freedom means freedom applies to everybody. That doesn't mean there's not people in this world who are oppressors, colonizers, takers, thieves, liars, cheaters, stealers, and things. Universal freedom means freedom for everyone, but when you take freedom from someone, well, that's why law of karma is always here as well. It's the law of free will. Yeah, you're free to do what you want. You're free to do what you want. Free to do what you want. But remember, what you commit to, there will be karma for. And you have to be careful when there's Trinity spots available. I hear that you're at war. You're at war with something. I don't know if it's a person, it's yourself, with your mind. Maybe you're in the military, right? You're kind of at war with something. You're at war with the Mystics. I love that album. It's on the Shoes reference. And maybe I'm the mystic, at war with the mystics. I love that take, right? Like, that's so cool. Literally, it works so perfect. It's uncanny because it's like none of this was really any planning. It's like literally all an incident. It was just like, just all worked out like this. It's so crazy. And that's just how I've always lived my life because law of free will, I can do whatever I want, right? And it's like, well, there's limitations. Law of limitations didn't come up here, but it's there, right? So whatever you commit yourself to will show you, right? And the law of karma is that you get karma no matter how you act, okay? So you could be good or bad, and that will reflect in your karma. If you're a good person, you have good karma coming. If you're a bad person, bad karma. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. So if you are expecting someone to be bad to you, then how bad are you? Okay. And then when you do bad things to good people, who you doubt, who you shame, who you this and that, okay? And then they do you wrong, or you experience karma where you say, oh my God, I lost my money, my wallet, my hearing, my sound, my everything. I lost it. Law of karma, baby. What have you done? Commitment can be anything. If you committed to your misery, you've committed to your mistakes, you've committed to the wrong people, the wrong places, the wrong things, the wrong ideals, the wrong morals, the wrong everything. Your commitment doesn't have to be in any type of certain sense. It's whatever you commit yourself to. I commit myself to healing. I commit myself to spirituality. I commit myself to cooking. I commit myself to creating. I commit myself to conversating. I commit myself to poetry and prosing. Whatever you're committing yourself to, whether it's people, work, money. I'm hearing enslavery, which sounds crazy. What the fuck is going on? Enslaving people? What the fuck? No. What kind of world leader is on here right now? What the fuck? Anyway, whatever you commit yourself to, it will reflect on you. If you connect to good people and good things and you screw them over, the karma is going to be bad on you. If you connect to bad people and you give them good things, karma will reflect bad on them, good on you, yeah. Even in the face of evil, you say, okay, I understand. I have that capacity too, yeah. Whoa, did you just show me love despite my faults? Maybe. Okay. Well, I can either be good to you and show you love back, or I can fuck you over and be mad. Okay. But if I were you, I'm not listening. I'm gonna do what I want. I'm stubborn as fuck, yeah? Yeah. Do you, buddy. Do whatever you want. I ain't doing nothing but this. And I'm doing it out in the open. No secrets here. Nothing to hide. Fuck yeah. Fuck. It's all you, isn't it? Right. That's what you had to sit back and realize. That's karma. That's karma. So if you're a good person, if you really truly believe you're a good person and you do right by people, and if you don't do right by people, you recognize what's wrong with what you're doing, and you still at the end of the day are a good person because you want to be improving, then you have good karma coming, period. That's like, okay, but if you're like not moving too cleanly, if you're being very messy, if you're getting a little too, detached, attached, unattached, whatever the fuck it is, okay, then that karma not gonna look so good, no matter what you say about yourself. Trinity spot. The flow of things is whatever you put in right now, tenfold. You want to put in a bunch of fucking drinking, partying, alcohol. You want to put in a bunch of work, having no rest, no money, being broke. Tenfold, tenfold, tenfold. Those are not things you want tenfold of. Tenfold the hangovers. Tenfold the negative charges. Tenfold the fucking miserable assholes you surround yourself with. Tenfold of it. Whenever you're speaking into existence, is going to come back tenfold right now because it's Trinity spot. It's time to manifest. It's a water season. It's Cancer season. It's emotions. That day wasn't what people. and hard way. It's going to have to. Work is not good for yourself. Yourself, you recognize happening to your placements. To do it. So I think I chose life. Isolate, which I on, but yeah, this pop right I've ever gotten, most validation I've ever got. Yeah, some people try to pretend they don't like it, pretend yeah, I agree with you, just to fit in. Okay, but if you don't, then well, why lie about it? What's it to you? To be approved by what? Because I've never, I mean, I always thought I fit in until I realized I didn't. Until I realized I was getting ostracized by people again, before I realized that they needed something from me, before I realized when I stopped offering that one thing they needed that they didn't call me, before I realized that if I didn't call them, I didn't hear from them, before I realized people would not really invite me to their parties, but make sure that they were invited to mine, kind of thing. I had to realize that that wasn't what I thought it was. Acceptance, friendship, love, any of it. It was never that. So, kind of hurts the heart, to have to realize that. But it's like, okay. I mean, yeah. Because even if none of the people I've ever known really show up for me, and even if they show up, they try to ask for this version of me they met once 15 years ago, well, then, I don't know. I can't keep wanting you to show up. But the people who are already there that I show up for, okay. Now that's where it's at. People who already want you wherever they are. Hell yeah. That's where it's at. Okay. Love it. Love it. Heal it within. You don't like my work? Do it yourself. You're probably supposed to at that point, yeah? I can show you how, because doing it yourself is tough route. Tough route. I got scars and traumatic experiences and bumps on my head and some pretty crazy breaks in the bones, yeah? So I don't recommend doing it on your own. I wish I